The Safford Bulldogs hosted the Florence Gophers on Friday night, and we've got all the highlights fit to view in the Gila Herald's Highlight Recap, brought to you in part by Kempton Chevrolet, your straight shooting dealer in the Gila Valley since 1986. Safford came out hot right from the start, and Robert White took the handoff around the left side and crossed midfield on his way to a 22-yard pickup. A few plays later, White broke free around the left side again and put the Bulldogs in the red zone for the first time of the night on this 25-yard scamper. Sitting pretty at first and goal from the 5, the Bulldogs went backwards with the fumble by Mason Duros, and on third and goal from the 9, Duros can't find anyone open and is sacked for the loss. Justin Torrio came in for a 23-yard field goal attempt, but the kick was no good and Florence took over the ball. The Gophers began by moving the ball through the air and stretching the field by passing to the sidelines. That didn't last long, however, as Dylan Durrell snagged a tip pass from Christopher Walter, and he's off to the races down the sidelines as it returns at 28 yards to the Gophers' 22-yard line. However, the ball would be moved back due to a celebration penalty. Safford moved the ball back into the red zone, and this time White takes it 9 yards to pay dirt to break the ice. Torrio took a direct snap on a fake extra point attempt and tried to hit Bryant Montoya in the back of the end zone for 2, but it just didn't pan out and Safford was up 6-0. After a nice pickup on the run by Florence's Joshua Magnan, the Gophers found themselves at midfield at the end of the first quarter. On the first play of the second quarter, however, Caleb Lewis was making some good yardage until he coughs up the ball when hit by 3 Bulldogs. Samuel Tobias picked up the fumble, and nobody's gonna catch him as he returns at 65 yards for the score to put Safford up 13-0. The Gophers went back to the air but got nothing as Durrell and C.J. Scrivener teamed up to tackle Camden White. After a punt, Scrivener shows he can do it on offense too, as he stumbles and bumbles 25 yards for the big pickup. Facing 4th and 5 from the 20, Duros fakes the handoff and then hits Tobias in stride for Samuel's second TD on the night, putting Safford up 20-0. The Gophers tried to get something going before half, but Jared Garcia was having none of that as he laid out the wood on Kyron Minity. Then it was Scrivener's turn as he comes around from the blind side and just knocks Walter down to the ground. On the very next play, Scrivener makes an inside move on Michael Lewis and gets to the quarterback again to end the threat and keep a 20-0 lead into halftime. At Austin's Auto Advantage in Safford, no job is too big or too small. We do it all. From tires and oil changes to all sorts of auto and motorcycle repair, one stop is all you need to take care of your family's vehicle. That's Austin's Auto Advantage in Safford. In the third quarter, it was more of the same as the Gophers double-team Tobias, but leave Scrivener unblocked, and he makes them pay by recording his 3rd sack in 9 offensive plays. The Bulldogs then ran a reverse to Tobias, who burst up the middle and went untouched 25 yards to make it 27-0. The Gophers still had fight left in them, however, and Walters completed a nice out to Magnan, who took it to the 35. The pair then went to the left side of the field, but Garcia came up like a heat-seeking missile and laid out Magnan for a loss of 3. At the start of the fourth quarter, the Gophers looked to get on the board, but Walter has nowhere to go with it and is sacked by a group of Bulldogs. On 4th down and goal, White applied pressure up the middle and chases Walter into the waiting arms of Brennan Gerardo and Scrivener to end the threat. Tobias then had the longest play of the night as he takes the reverse and heads up the middle, and he could go all the way as the track star outraces everyone else 74 yards to the end zone for his 4th touchdown on the night. On Safford's next possession, running back Eduardo Ogaz showed he had a little something special too as he reverses his field, and goes all the way back across the other way and then turns it up, and he could go almost all the way as he dives for the pylon but comes up just short. Christian Smith then took it in on 1st and goal from the 1 to cap off the scoring as the Bulldogs beat the Florence Gophers 40-0.
I think everyone executed. It wasn't me, it was the line for the most part. We all did our job and the holes were there. So it was easy touchdowns. I picked up a fumble and took it back. So yeah, it was just smart football. I got kind of tired after the fumble, but I just pushed through it. Yeah, my legs are used to it.
What's next for the Safford Bulldogs?
I think next we just gotta keep executing. I think we just gotta straighten things up on offense a little bit more, and we'll be all right.
We have room to improve for sure. We're not ready yet to play with the top teams in the state, but we're getting close. You know, our defense has played well all year, so we have to build upon that. And I think every team, you know, that I've been a part of usually has something they can hang their hat on. And so we're going to hang our hat on defense. We're going to hang our hat on rushing the football. Good to beat a team that, you know, I worked in the Florence district for 9 years. So it's nice to beat them. So spent a lot of time there.
Reporting from Safford for the Gila Herald, I'm John Johnson.